Alright, I distracted myself with welding videos and welding bench do-it-yourself construction videos and some heavy-duty welding stuff, fixing some snow plow. I think they're called blades, like the actual part that pushes the snow. I think those are called they're blade, you know, the curved part, whatever. Loving it, and also made dinner. But anyway. This story quest is called Memories of a Night, K-N-I-G-H-T, that kind of night. Given to us by Otis, who we have just met in the previous quest. Level 98. We are in Archeo, Alexandria. Here we go. This will also give us a 635 gear coffer for the head. And at the end of the video, we'll pick a class to put that on. Once Alice brings her portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folk of the drift downs. Sorry, one word, drift downs. They always appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electrope, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, Electrope rations were issued to each citizen, while small fragments may still be found here and there. While small, fragments... Okay, there was the comma made a difference there. While small, fragments may be found, yeah. If you can obtain 5 pieces, say, at least one ought to be what we require, that is, the kind that converts lightning to fire. Gulool Ja can identify them by their circuitry, so pray take them to him. Sorry for that, there's a lot of commas and hyphens, and my bad. The boy has become quite deft at discerning the electrope types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now, off you go, and happy foraging. I'm trying to keep his, like, upbeat... I don't keep the upbeat and the British together that great, but I'm trying to keep both of them as much as I can. The upbeatness is what I'm going for most. But with British, it's not that hard to attach both. Luckily, none of the previous, like the Scions or anybody else that I've done voices for, or tried to do voices for, has been this upbeat, like Thancred. I tend to make Thancred something like this. And Alphino is like this. Orion J is like this. But this upbeat robot gentleman is a different thing entirely, and I actually enjoy it quite a bit. Kind of like John Oliver. Kind of, not really. We have gone west from the robot. We're in kind of there's a circle of concrete and brick where some trees are planted in this kind of like a town square, town rectangle area. We're digging through the rubble. We found processed electrope number 1. There are some bots here, some robots that will aggro me. I'm going to try to avoid that. NBD if they do aggro, but waste time. If I can not waste time, that'd be great. There's an ether current. I think we can sneak between all 3 of these guys. Yeah, cool. Ether current on a stone arched bridge. For once, I actually got all of the ether currents in what's that zone called? In Shaloni. Because I had been doing a lot of fates to level, to gain experience points on mainly Red Mage at the time, and then Paladin as well. Because I'm trying to keep up, and those are good. Like those will give me, if I participate enough. I've got up to 1 million. I've got a little bit more than 1 million, depending on the fate, depending on my participation, and especially if one of those floating like Crystal Maiden things pops up, and I can. There was one I was doing, and then somebody else swooped in, and a Crystal Maiden popped up, like right toward the end of completion, and the other person that swooped in didn't see it or didn't care about it, so I didn't get to kill it in time. Yeah, we got some aggro. I'm gonna lose these guys first. Go this way. Right? Is that enough? Is that enough to lose you? Lost one. There you go. Just running through the rubble between houses that are dilapidated, broken down, partially, mostly, only a little bit destroyed, you know. We found our 5th piece of Electrope. It's south from here. Around you. Actually, just today, found another channel. It's not a welding channel, but it's a dude that seems to have, like, he has his own garage for sure, and he seems to do a lot of projects of various kinds, and he's making a welding table from a tool bench that, or a tool table, I guess. It's like a workbench kind of table thing. He put a new top on it, and he did a whole bunch of really cool stuff to it. He's got 2 different weld machines attached on the left side. The right side, he's got his inert gases. A bunch of other really cool stuff that he's doing. But he's got a switch so that, like, the weld machines don't interfere with each other if one's on. But yeah, it's cool. I just came across his channel today. I like his humor too. He's got a good. If anybody is watching this and gives a damn at all, it is the Spicer Designs channel. Spice, like what you put on food. Spicer Designs, obviously. I'm enjoying it a lot. I like his humor. I like his explanations. I'm having a really good time watching. And if you like DIY or welding or yeah, I guess that covers it. It's a pretty cool channel. I've only watched 2 videos so far. I like it. I don't know if the rest of his videos have anything to do with welding. I haven't dug through it. I've subscribed, but I have not dug through his video library. But we've come back to the house where, you know, the broken down house that Gulool Ja seems to call a sort of headquarters. I don't think this fire pit was here before, but there is indeed what looks like the remains of a once burned, like, campfire kind of style thing. Poor Orogo, I really still do not remember doing minion roulette and getting you, but bye-bye for now. Wind up Grahatia. I haven't had you long enough that you will remain my companion for a bit. What's up, Gulool? Otis says you have Electrope for me? I have 5 processed Electropes that look like cubes of granite. Wow, you found a lot! Let's see. This one creates wind, this one is for water. You can tell just like that. I'm impressed, says Alice. Clever, isn't he? I'll bet he gets it from his father. Was Gulool Ja considered clever? Ah, this is it. This converts to fire. It's absorbed lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you, Mercy. You're welcome. Looks like we talked to Otis to continue. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our repast. You have done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. Cutscene. He seems to be regaling us with a tale while the fire roars. It doesn't roar, it's burning. We're all talking to each other as well. Sitting. Come on, this should be voice acted. Stupid. This is the kind of thing families do, Gulool Ja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Oh gosh, all the time, yeah. Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Kona and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, and Gulool Ja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have 2 papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? No. Both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings, a Gulool Ja with 2 heads. Gulool Ja is his true-born child, while Kona and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of resolve taught me that. Family. Do you have someone like that too? A person you think is family, even though you don't share the same blood? He's looking at Alice. She's like, oh, that's a good question. She's thinking. What about you? She turns to me. My options are I do, and they're very dear to me, or I'm something of a lone wolf, or ... I do, and they're very dear to me. I'd like to meet them one day. Everybody's kind of just looking at each other right now. So, Gulool Ja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? He's gonna... You really want to know about me? Oh, poor guy. I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate. Anything and everything. He smiles. I want to know all about you, too. I look pretty badass in this Dragoon gear, not gonna lie. That reminds me, we were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. Alice says up to the standing mech bot. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form, 454 years ago, to be precise. Then you used to be a normal person, says Alice. Oh yes, I was once flesh and blood, like you, and I proudly served as a Knight of Alexandria. He kind of laughs as he says it. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you were an actual person? How's that possible? 'Tis only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. We nod. I nod, at least. I'm gonna slow down a bit. The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, that was their Majesties the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrope. Thus was our kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the king and queen among them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. This is going to be Sphene, isn't it? Sorry, I said I wouldn't do that. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but yeah, sorry. I think she's a robot, I swear to God. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. How tragic, says Alice. Aye, nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry. I think it could still be Sphene. And many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Yep, see? Everybody's rapt with attention. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul? Says Wook. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief had always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. My mouth is agape, as is Alice's. Everybody's still just looking at him, rapt with attention. It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a grey old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel. And by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life... My options are, it wouldn't be Sphene, would it? Or I think we know who it is. It wouldn't be Sphene, would it? Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well? My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. I don't know what our faces are supposed to be portraying, but he continues to laugh as the cutscene pans up and to the left. Over the broken buildings, turns black. And we talk to Gulool Ja to finish the quest. Cutscene. The Endless. So all this time, Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. 'Tis admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful, says Alice. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death, says Gulool. Everyone sees that the queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. My options are there Endless apart from yourselves? Or are there people that ever keep Endless too? Are there Endless apart from yourselves? While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different? How? Well, I do not understand the finer points. My life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me, much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. An endless, unchanging life. I can't help but be reminded of the Ia. The camera zooms in on Gulool Ja thinking. Did how do I pronounce this? Kaukia? Did Kaukia and the others know about all this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't, says Alice. For now, let's share what we've learned. Let's share what we've learned with Kryl and Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this. Wook nods. I get the quest complete. 1,102,000 experience points and that 675 item level headgear coffer. Rozakium? Is that what it's called? It's off my screen now. We have a black screen and a cutscene with Aaronville. Voice acted? Please? My voice is going. He sees a bunny.
Nahe, is that you?
Nahe, Nancy Aahe. This dude is purple hair and then pink kind of the back of the neck with the hair, purple bunny ears, wearing a sweatshirt that's kind of like got some neon blue and the black hoodie and some white and other, yeah. Didn't seem to notice Aaronville until he spoke.
Good gods, Ellen Nespia!
She.
It's been too long, my friend.
Neshpia.
Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your
Her face-
mother?
Her face falls a bit.
Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa.
Cute.
You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
You did watch memories get erased of a person who literally just died.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
She looks over at another bunny person sitting on a bench.
Hey!
And Aaronville goes running over to that person as Nahe quarter-heartedly tries to stop him.
Huh? Elenespia?
This is Kate.
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
He grabs her on like both biceps, you know, the outside, like you grab somebody who's in front of you, like this is a blonde-haired, shortcut, but not like buzz cut, shortcut bunny girl, yellow ears. Both of these bunny gals have that attachment. The regulator, yeah.
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
He releases her, staggers back a couple steps.
This cannot be.
It doesn't necessarily mean she's dead. The screen flashes white. We see, I can't remember her name, but Wuklamat's nursemaid.
The memories of the departed are taken away.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I understand what it sounds like, but she could have, I mean, she could be lying, right? She could be lying about being alive somewhere else. Or she could have figured out, she and her team could have figured out a way to erase the memories of her from the people that knew her in order to protect those people. But who knows?
No.
He thinks the worst, obviously, right now.
Neshpia, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you?
Kakiwa, Bot, says in his ear.
Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Neshpia. I wonder if I can do another one. I think I can do another one. All right. So that's the end of that quest. We will figure out who's the best recipient of the 675 head. Dragoon is 660. Ooh, Paladin 630. That's gonna be it, isn't it? I love it when it's easy like that. Hell yeah. Paladin, congrats. Oh, I need to level up 2 levels? Come on, man. Whatever. Something I'll work on. I think Paladin's gonna be who I do. Paladin and Sage both have gear. I would like to be. Wait, didn't I already? No, Sage was like 96 and I already attached that to that. Lame. So I guess, yeah, I'll do Paladin. Paladin should hit 97 pretty easily today when I do a dungeon, and maybe some fates. Sage, I'll probably do that tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I will see you next time for the next one. I'll probably try to do one more tonight. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. Bye.